Ladies and gentlemen, I have two quick announcements. One is there's a class redo picture in the hallway right now. If you are a graduate, please go to the hallway right now. And the other one is that we are going to start opening the buffet. So if everyone could find their seats, that would be amazing. Thank you. The venue staff will be around to call your table to the buffet, so please have a seat and wait for your table to be called for dinner. Thank you.
If you could all finish getting your food and sit down in the next 5 minutes, we are going to begin. Thank you. it back. Hello, Stanford Pediatrics. We are so delighted to welcome our graduates and all of our other residents and family and friends and faculty tonight to the Stanford Pediatrics Residency Graduation Class of 2023. For those of you I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Carrie Rosbach, and I serve as the program director for this amazing program. It is such a pleasure for me to get to work with all of your amazing loved ones who have served as residents with us. And we are gathered here tonight to celebrate our graduating residents. This is a very special time for us. We have not been all together with all of our residents in more than 4 years now. So we are grateful that we have not just the graduating residents, but all residents, family members, loved ones, etc. And we are very thankful for our family members that are here. We would like to recognize you. If you are the family of a graduating resident, will you please stand so we can recognize you? We would not have the incredible doctors in our program without all of your love and support in helping to get them through a busy residency and up to this stage as well. We also would like to extend a warm welcome to all of our faculty and especially thank the faculty, fellows, and advanced practice providers who are covering the floors tonight at the hospital, in the emergency department, and at Santa Clara Valley Medical Center so that all of our residents can be here tonight. Special thanks to all of them. We also recognize that it takes a village to raise residents and develop them into outstanding pediatricians, which they all are. And so we'd like to extend a warm welcome and thank you to all of our faculty. We have dedicated faculty who teach at all of our sites. We've invited our continuity clinic preceptors here tonight, our coaches, our scholarly concentration leaders, and many of our other faculty. So thank you to our faculty for all that you do for our residents. We also would like to thank the many staff who support our residents. Our residents have so many interprofessional team members, and we could not do the work that we do caring for patients without them. So special thanks to all of our staff in our hospital and for all you do. I'd also like to acknowledge our combined residency program leaders. For those of you who don't know, we've got a number of different tracks within our residency program, including our categorical track, our physician scientist track, our child neurology program, our pediatrics anesthesiology program, and our pediatrics genetics program. So we'd like to thank the leaders of all of those different programs who help us train our residents. At this time, I would like to invite up our incredible coordinator team. We have an amazing group of 4 coordinators without whom this program could not run and this event would not be possible. So I'd love to invite them up to the front in front of the table. They are Kat Jackman, Carrie Johnson, Carrie McGoy, and Michelle Brooks. So special thanks to our coordinator team. I have a lot of people to thank tonight, so next I would love to invite my associate program directors up. We don't have all of them that could be here tonight, but we have a few. So I would like to welcome up Caroline Buckway, Kevin Coe, Lahia Yamane, and Sarah Hilgenberg. And we have a few other very important educational leaders that I would like to recognize, including Lauren Destino, who is our Quality Improvement Director, Becky, come on up, Becky Blankenberg, who is our Coaching Director, Clea Sarnquist and Raska Bell, who oversee our Scholarly Concentrations program. And I don't know if Kim is here. Is Kim Huang here? I don't see her. I also would like to acknowledge the leadership in our department. Our residency program could not function as effectively without strong support from above. So specifically, I'd like to acknowledge Mary Leonard as the chair of our department and Becky Blankenberg as the associate chair of our department, who provide so much support to our residency program. Thank you, Becky and Mary. At this time, I would like to invite our chair, Dr. Mary Leonard, who is the Arlene and Pete Harmon Professor of Pediatrics, Epidemiology, and Population Health, to say a few words.
Thank you, Carrie. This event is always such a wonderful celebration, and normally I'm struck by just how incredibly proud I am. And, you know, tonight's no exception. But as I look around this room, I feel such tremendous, tremendous gratitude, because 3 years ago, where we were when you came, every day I was sending out an email that said these are unprecedented times. Every day we were having urgent phone calls with all the department chairs across the School of Medicine and across the country, thinking about our house staff. We need to hear you and protect you and support you. And you were so brave, and you led the way, and we're so grateful. And I just want to tell you how much the faculty and the entire School of Medicine are so grateful to the house staff that worked through these whole 3 years, and especially to their families that supported them during a time that was just really scary. So thank you so, so much. Really, really grateful. This department is well-known, leads for the entire university when it comes to education and scholarship and advocacy. And this year was, this last few years has really been no exception. So I just want to just say a couple things. I want to thank a couple people. I especially want to give a thanks to Lahia for all the amazing work she's done around diversity. The programs that the house staff are part of, the SCORE program, the LEAD program, are just foundational to the field of pediatrics. The dean has said that the Department of Pediatrics leads for diversity, not just for school, but for the entire university. So special thanks to Lahia and everyone in the program who's done so much work for diversity. And then I just want to talk a little bit about the educational scholarship in this department. We just were at the Pediatric Academic Society meetings last month, and everywhere I turned, people were coming up to me and saying, the work in pediatrics and education scholarship is just incredible. So all of the workshops, the lectures at the Pediatric Academic Societies, the Academic Pediatric Association, APPD, it's just really, really incredible scholarship that's coming from the House staff. I think this year and the last couple of years, we've had the order of about 30 presentations at our regional and national meetings. So really, really proud for the education. And then, of course, we have just some really spectacular physician scientists within this class. And then last, when I think about our mission, we normally talk about a tripartite mission, clinical, research, and education. And I know we have such tremendous strengths, but I really think this department has a quintipartite mission. I think advocacy and diversity are just as foundational to us, and it's really the House staff and the leadership in the education program that have advanced that. I also want to thank Ryan, Jen, Liz, and Sarah, our extraordinary chief residents. I look for them at the department grand rounds every Friday morning. I look for them, Ryan. I see you. I know exactly where they're sitting. So next year's chief residence grand rounds are going to be on Tuesdays next year. We expect to see you right there, up front and center. But they've been incredible impact on our training programs. I'm sure you'll have more chances to hear about. But really excited that next week we're going to hear about a group hear from them at the grand rounds about a group that led us, in education through really an extraordinary pandemic. And then I'm so grateful, as always, to Becky, who was residency program director when I became department chair, and now in her role as associate chair for education has been such an incredible partner for me, and I'm so grateful. I learn from you every day, Becky, and we're so happy to have you in that role. And then, of course, the incredible staff. Michelle and I were on the same bowling team a couple weeks ago. That was very important. But also Carrie, and Kat, and the whole team, really grateful for all you do. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Congratulations.
Excellent. I would love to invite next our Associate Chair for Education, Dr. Becky Blankenberg, who is also our Assistant Dean for Graduate Medical Education and also our Coaching Director, to say a few words.
Good evening, graduates. Woo! We are so excited to celebrate you tonight. I have two last big thank yous to say, and then I have a very special message for our graduates. I would be remiss not to say how incredibly lucky we are to have the absolute best chair of pediatrics in the country, Mary Leonard. Who from day one has said that the residents and fellows at this institution are the gem of our institution. And you guys are. From day one, she recognized your leadership, she recognized your incredible clinical skills, your teaching, your ability to bring humor and joy to everything you do. She brags about you to everyone, and she is so incredibly proud of you. She probably makes the other chairs jealous of how amazing our residents are. And Mary has just been such an incredible advocate, both for all of you residents, for the faculty, for the resources it takes to run a program. Mary, we can't thank you enough, so thank you. And then you have the best residency program director in the country. I can say that hands down. Carrie Rosbach. So about 5 years ago, when we needed to make the decision of what to do 4 years ago, we thought through all the incredible faculty and educational leaders who run our programs and who teach all of us every day. And we thought, what are the real attributes of an incredible residency program director? And We wanted someone who was innovative. We wanted someone who recognized the incredible value of residents and would elevate all of you every day. We want an incredible advocate. We want someone who 24/7, and that is a big ask, but truly 24/7 thinks of all of you, to the point where she bought, in the midst of COVID, may or may not have bought heating lamps in order to do some special activities for you in the backyard and all sorts of other things in order to be able to continue to have connections. So anyway, Carrie, you have done a phenomenal job leading locally, leading nationally, and we could not be more lucky to have you as a program director. So graduates, oh my goodness, it's so great to see your faces after all these years. I truly think you came in during the hardest time to be a resident ever in the history of residency. And that comes from those of us who train pre-work hours. So I think what you have accomplished has been phenomenal. You have built community despite a pandemic. You helped us think thoughtfully through all the surges of viruses that took place earlier this fall on top of everything else we have been through. You have been incredible advocates. You've been incredible teachers. I love getting to be with you on Blue Team every week that we're on. Just this past week, being on with Zara and being on with Christina and the whole Blue Team, I was reminded of just how incredible all of you are in the way that you take care of patients and take care of children. And I would say if my two girls are in the hospital, I would want you taking care of them because I trust you completely. I love the way you look out for each other. I love the enthusiasm and joy you bring. I love your humor. I have so many wonderful stories of what you've taught all of us. So anyway, we wish you the absolute best. This is such an exciting graduation for you. And please know that we are always here for you, no matter what. Now that you've been part of the Stanford family, you are stuck with us for life. No matter where you are, whether you're here or you're somewhere else, please know that we are here to support you in everything that comes next. So congratulations on everything you've done, and we're very excited to celebrate you tonight.
Thank you, Becky, for those very kind words. So before we talk about our graduates, I want to take a moment to recognize our other residents who are also here. It's so special to have you. Can we have our interns please stand? So to our interns, you are incredible, and we are so grateful for you. You joined us with open hearts and open minds to learn pediatrics and to learn about one another so that you could support one another, and we have seen this. Your seniors, your juniors, our leaders have noticed this. We're so grateful for what you've done. Some of the things that you have learned this year, you've learned the importance of your role as a physician. You've learned to be trusted and to care for children with a variety of medical conditions. You've served as the primary provider for patients and families in the hospital and in your clinics. You've engaged in advocacy, working to learn about and understand the needs of the vulnerable children in our community. You've provided compassionate care to children and their families, and you've educated families about ways to keep their children well and to prevent disease. You've encouraged one another through difficult moments, the respiratory surge, and the journey that is intern year. So special thanks to our interns. Next, we would love to recognize our PGY2 class. If you are a PGY2 resident, will you please stand? To our juniors, you have grown in leadership and expertise this year. You have taken care of some of the sickest children in the hospital, the children with prematurity and heart conditions and cancer. You've delivered compassionate and patient-centered care. You've led challenging conversations with patients and families and delivered difficult news. You have connected with patients in authentic ways and walked with them during difficult times. You have started to lead teams of medical students and interns, bringing teaching points, teaching systems of care, and helping the team think critically about patients' diagnoses and management plans. You have started to develop scholarly projects to advance children's health. You have been family to one another for the past 2 years, and you continue to support one another through the highs and lows of residency and of life that happens outside of residency. Thank you to our amazing juniors. At this time, I would like to recognize our graduating residents. You have been our team leaders, our mentors to other residents and students, and the backbone of our program over the past year. As Mary and Becky alluded, you started in 2020 in the midst of COVID, before vaccines came out, and you were constrained by a variety and considerable number of rules and regulations. Your orientation was virtual. I almost suppressed it from my memory because it was so sad to do it that way. Your welcome events were canceled. Even as Becky talked about, the event in my backyard had to get canceled because the no more than 3 households together rule, which broke my heart. So it was a really tough first year. But you persevered despite that, and you did not let something like COVID hold you back. You didn't let world-changing events like a global pandemic stop you from becoming the best pediatricians in the world. We are so proud of the way that you have become dedicated and compassionate pediatricians. You've found ways to connect with your patients and to connect with one another through the hardest of times, through virtual ways and safe ways. And then when vaccines came out, you persevered. You were flexible and adaptable. You found creative ways to connect during that time as well. During your junior year, you were able to open up even more. And by your senior year, gone was the pandemic, and back was the high censuses and surging times of RSV and other respiratory illnesses. No more canceled clinics. We were ready for a surge this year, and you all stepped up to the plate. Thank you so much. So this year, you all have been the teachers who are teaching at our morning reports and leading other conferences. You're teaching medical students and interns, you're teaching me, you're teaching one another. You've added teaching pearls on rounds and in clinics. You've taught your peers, you've taught your patients, you've taught our faculty, and I have learned so much from you. You have been the leaders who have modeled compassionate care, led difficult conversations, coordinated essential medical services, and advocated for high-quality care for all patients. Now, our graduates have also contributed to many advances in pediatric health, and I'd like to highlight those. You have been integral in the flow and processes of our institution and have led QI efforts to improve our systems, including by working to improve the use of in-person interpreters on rounds for patients who prefer a language other than English. You've worked to improve healthcare access, delivery, and equity, not settling for disparate care for our patients. You've worked to improve local access to San Mateo County Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, also known as WIC. You've worked to improve screening for adverse childhood experiences and to explore the benefits of discussing positive childhood experiences to build on hope. You've explored the impact of school suspension and expulsion and developed peer health educators at a juvenile detention facility. You've evaluated for food insecurity for families of hospitalized children and worked to increase access for families to food supplementation program. You have assessed the gap in childcare for siblings of hospitalized children. On a global front, you've worked to improve newborn health for Venezuelan migrants and refugees in Colombia, explored a virtual anesthesia curriculum in Vietnam, and worked to implement a global initiative for asthma guidelines among pediatric providers in Gujarat, India. You've improved our educational systems by assessing neonatal health disparities and by helping develop a curriculum to address this problem. You've worked to understand what post-traumatic growth looks like among pediatric residents and explored the benefits and challenges of residents discussing their work with their non-medical support people. You've evaluated whether pediatric residency programs around the country use non-faculty interviewers and what the benefits of this are. You've sought to understand senior residents' perspectives on discussing and practicing high-value care. You've sought to describe the benefits and challenges of combined pediatrics anesthesiology programs. You've scoped the literature to describe the evidence around mental health training in residency and around individualized learning plans. You've developed an online curriculum to read EEGs and have considered the needs of continuity clinic preceptors in the era of X+Y block rotations. You've sought to understand immune responses and clinical outcomes of children with solid organ transplants who receive the COVID-19 vaccine and of children with cancer who receive the COVID-19 vaccine. And you've profiled the antibody responses of mild and severe COVID infection and MIS-C, or multisystem inflammatory syndrome in children. You've looked at the psychological impact of children with chronic gastrointestinal disease and dietary therapy. You studied and found that younger age at initiation of treprostinil predicts better response in children with group 1 pulmonary arterial hypertension. And you explored the use of Apple Watch technology for identifying arrhythmias in children. In addition, you've studied the equilibrium of competing bacterial strains within the microbiome. Thank you for teaching me about how to raise sterile mice. That was new for me. You have generated DNA aptamers against pancreatic surface receptors toward adeno-associated virus cell-specific targeting. And you've worked on cardiology devices and studied lymphangiogenesis in autoimmune valvular carditis. That's a lot of advances in pediatrics. Let me take a moment to congratulate all of our seniors on their amazing scholarly projects. Now, we've talked about how our graduating residents have taken outstanding care of patients and one another, and how they're contributing to advances in pediatrics through scholarship. On top of this, we'd like to acknowledge that our graduating residents have very busy lives outside of residency as well, and we are thrilled that this graduating class has welcomed 7 new babies during residency. Many of them are here tonight. And as a program director who strives to make residency a place where you can both become an amazing doctor and support your personal goals as well, I'm very pleased to be seeing new babies added to our program. So to our graduating residents, you are truly extraordinary. You are the brightest, the finest, and the best. As you embark on your next steps, may you always remember that you hold a very special place in our hearts. You are part of our Stanford Pediatrics family, and we will always be here for you. Please don't hesitate to reach out. May you remember that we care for you, that we are grateful for you, and that we value you as core members of the Stanford Pediatrics family. Thank you. Now, at this time, we will transition to a time of presenting our annual graduation awards. Each year, we recognize people in our community who have gone above and beyond in a way deserving of special recognition. We will start tonight by presenting our faculty awards, which have been voted on by our residents. And some of our graduating residents will come up to present these awards. I'll give some instructions for those of you coming up. If you could come to my left, right of the stage, and then we'll give the award over here and walk off this way so that we don't trip on one another. That would be great. So first, I'd like to invite Dr. Brittany Kim up to introduce our first award.
I have the honor tonight of presenting the Golden Apple Teaching Award. This award is given to the faculty member identified by our graduating class who has been an exemplary teacher throughout the year. The physician receiving this award always goes above and beyond what is expected of her. She selflessly and patiently gives her time not only to us residents, but all learners that cross her path. Her passion and clear dedication to her work as an oncologist and as a lifelong learner inspires us. Her teaching is unparalleled. Whether it is teaching about osteosarcomas, debriefing a challenging case, or providing feedback on rounds as a beloved resident coach, you have taught us all something that we will continue to carry with us as physicians. I had the privilege of working with you throughout the year in our hematology-oncology resident rotation, and I am always inspired by you. On behalf of all of our residents, thank you for investing so much time and energy towards our education and well-being. We will all miss you so much next year, but are so excited for your next life chapter. This year's Golden Apple Teaching Award goes to Dr. Sarah Kramer.
He's going to take our picture. Come over here, Dad. We have to hold it where he can see.
You got it. You got it. Can you look at the camera, Jakey?
Congratulations. You guys can all sit this way. Next, I would like to invite up Laura Rose, who will present our next award.
Hi, everyone. I'm Laura. I'm one of the graduating residents. It is my honor to introduce this year's recipient of the Feedback Award. This award recognizes a faculty member who has consistently provided concrete and useful feedback. The physician receiving the award this year has demonstrated a commitment to medical education and has flourished in their role as a faculty coach. Coaches guide residents longitudinally across our 3 years of training, observing rounds and joining clinic visits to provide thoughtful feedback aimed at strengthening clinical skills. I had the privilege of being assigned as this attending's coachee at the beginning of residency. As he likes to remind me, I didn't fully buy into the coaching wisdom at the onset. It took several months later, working together on wards, when he took out 3 black mystery shoe boxes and a diaper full of Whoppers, that I saw his genuine enthusiasm for medical education. Those who know this attending know that his commitment to residents extends well beyond medical education. During a tough week of Valley nights, he drove all the way down to San Jose at 10 p.m. to surprise us with boba. I am grateful to have a mentor who invests in us as people, even when it means having to embrace his sassy pearls of wisdom. Pun intended. This year's Feedback Award goes to Dr. Kevin Chi.
Okay, at this time I would like to invite Dr. Meg Schmidt up for our next award.
All right, I have the honor of presenting the Ted Sektish Award. Ted Sektish was a former program director at Stanford who made great strides in improving our residency program for residents. This award, named in his honor, is given to a faculty member who has been an incredible advocate for residents. The physician who's receiving this award has demonstrated a strong commitment to us. Those of us who worked with her appreciated her focus on trainee wellness and education. Those of us who were lucky enough to have her as our coach received incredible support and guidance from day one until now. As interns, she supported us through stressful rotations with Starbucks deliveries and encouraging feedback. As we progressed through residency, she gave career advice and helped us find our dream jobs. She has been there for us every step of the way, and we are so grateful to have her. On behalf of our entire residency, thank you for advocating for us so well. This year's Ted Sektish Award goes to Dr. Kim Huang.
Unfortunately, Dr. Huang could not be here tonight, but we will be sure to let her see the viewing of that. Next, we are going to transition to our fellow awards. Again, these are awards given to fellows that are voted on by our residents, and I'd like to invite Dr. Justin Kochansky to come up and provide the first award.
Okay, so I wrote my speech on a note card and I left it at home, so bear with me. We're piecing it together. I think I remember who won. So a fellow, for those in the audience who don't know what a fellow physician is, a fellow is an individual who completed their training in pediatric residency and then signed up for more torture and went on to subspecialize. So this is a fellow who we have all worked with in the hospital. I asked around this person's department, asking some of the attendings, co-fellows, and then I asked some of the graduating residents to describe the winner. These are some of the things that have been said about him. He is kind, he's extremely patient, he's caring, and what one PICU attending had said, which I think is very high praise, this is the fellow you want on your team when things hit the fan. He has never-ending time for teaching. I can attest to this. As an intern, when this person had caught word that I was interested in cardiology, he took time out of his day to come find me and walk me through echocardiography, and he taught me the basics of echo. And he didn't need to do that. So I'm really excited to see what he does for his third and fourth fellowships. The winner of the Fellow of the Year award is Dr. Brian Hahn.
Accepting on behalf.
Yeah. And that is Dr. Kevin Kuo, who is accepting on behalf of Dr. Brian Hahn, who was not able to be here tonight. We have very busy doctors working in the hospital tonight, in case you're wondering. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Eva Molina up to present our next award to fellows.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the Outpatient Fellow of the Year Award, which recognizes the fellow who made significant contributions to learning in the clinic. The fellow who's receiving this award certainly thrives in her ability to create a learning environment that's healthy, supportive, and free of judgment. The fellow's approachability and genuine care of our professional development has made a lasting impact on us all.
Her enthusiasm, bubbly personality, and loving nature have made the learning experience especially enjoyable and memorable. Our graduating class was even lucky enough to have her for 3 whole years. It's with great pleasure that I announce this year's recipient of the Outpatient Fellow of the Year Award, none other than Becca Johnson.
Next, we have a resident selected award to an outstanding staff member in our hospital, and I'd like to invite Tu Din up to present this award.
I have the honor of presenting the Clara Fung Award, which is an award given to someone who makes resident life better behind the scenes. Behind the scenes implies a lack of in-person presence. However, the person I have the pleasure of honoring today, I deeply appreciate for their magical omnipresence. Becoming a senior resident is exciting and also fairly daunting. But luckily for many of us, we have the gift of our winner's calming presence, generosity of knowledge, and abundance of patience to help navigate the challenges of our new responsibilities. Each morning we saw our winner on rounds, we felt more capable to face the day. Our winner's dedication has not only made our lives as residents better, but has had an immeasurable impact on the lives of the children and families that we care for. For all of this and the care coordination miracles that they make happen every day, I am honored to congratulate our Clara Fung Award winner, Case Manager Extraordinaire Gary Wu.
We now have a few resident awards that we would like to introduce, and I'd like to bring up one of our chief residents, Dr. Sarah Afzal, to introduce our first award.
Good evening, everyone. I have the honor of presenting the next award, which is the Super Resident as Teachers Award, presented on behalf of Dr. Elizabeth Stewart, who is our Pediatrics Clerkship Director, Dr. Debbie Sakai, our Teaching Senior Rotation Director, and Dr. Carrie Rosbach, our Residency Program Director. This award is an award for excellence in teaching, and the award is based on a review of teaching evaluations from both fellow residents and from medical students as well. This year's Super Resident as Teachers Award goes to an amazing physician and amazing mama, Dr. Faye Mendoza. Just some of the words that have been described to talk about Dr. Mendoza are that she is an exceptional advocate with skill and dedication to teaching. She promotes intern autonomy. She has taught interns and medical students how to give effective sign-outs. She thinks out loud to create a shared mental model for the team. And she is supportive and has always made sure that everyone was thriving in their roles. Congratulations, Faye.
Next, we will have Dr. Braden Dolan come up and present our Caroline Graham Gratitude and Service Award.
All right, good evening, everyone. Gosh, I'm nervous. I'm not one for speeches, so. All right, so I'm honored to present the Caroline Graham Award, which is given to the graduating resident as voted by their peers, who goes, quote, above and beyond to provide humanistic care and service to children. I am a little bit surprised to have been given this honor to present, given my severe bitterness over having not won. I mean, I went into residency thinking, wow, what amazing bedside manner I have. I've gotten some drawings, some letters. Surely when an award like this comes around, I will be taking it home. And then I met this particular resident, the actual recipient of the award tonight, and I threw those aspirations just straight out the window. Because it was clear to me very early on, and I think to all of us, that this is a very special person and a very special doctor. The relationships that they make with the patients and the families are immediate, plentiful, and deep. Those of us here who have been through residency know that the days are crazy. You're sprinting for 12 hours straight just to finish the basic tasks in front of you, and it gets pretty easy to focus just on the care and not the kid. Yet this award goes to someone who, despite the chaos, ensures time is spent each and every day inside the room with the kid, getting to know them, their hopes, their fears, drawing, playing games, telling jokes, and even in some occasions, telling a riddle or two. This is the only, actually, let me get back to that later. So, a walk through the hospital with this person is like walking the carpet with the red carpet with a celebrity, as I'm sure many of you experienced, except in this case, the paparazzi are like little kids and moms. This is the only resident I know to have been so impactful on a child's life that they were invited by the family to join them for the child's Make-A-Wish experience after he tragically passed away. And I've learned just today that the family is actually here tonight. I have the honor of presenting this award to someone who walks with families not just in their triumphs, but in their heartbreaks as well, yet has maintained the courage to keep his heart ever open and ever giving, and the strength to stay gentle. Someone who shifts seamlessly from the actually brilliant, fierce advocate he is outside the room to the goofy, silly Dr. J inside the room, who makes the kids feel safe and know they have a friend in him. So without any further ado, one of the best doctors I know and one of my best friends, Dr. Justin James Kachansky.
At this time, I would like to invite up our directors of our Scholarly Concentration Program, Dr. Clea Sarnquist and Vasika Bell, who will recognize our residents who have been named to our scholarship honor roll.
Thank you, Carrie. So you've just been hearing for the last 30 minutes about all the extraordinary things that all of the residents in this room are achieving during their residency, and a lot of the focus right now has been on the clinical pieces, although Carrie also mentioned many of their research and scholarly pursuits as well. And we have the absolute honor to oversee the scholarly concentrations and to get to see all of the incredible things that all of these young people in this room have achieved in their scholarship above and beyond very busy clinical schedules. So it really is amazing to see what everybody achieves every year. And we're just really honored to be presenting the Hugh Obradovich Research Honor Roll this year. We are going to name off folks who are on the honor roll, and we ask you just to stand up and please hold your applause until the end, and then we'll applaud for the group all together. So with that, I will let Rosika start.
All right. Our first honor roll recipient is Stephen Trishno. Project title, I know, right? Generation of DNA aptamers against pancreatic surface receptors towards AAV cell-specific targeting.
Right. The second one is Julia Brottik, immunological response and clinical outcomes in pediatric solid organ transplant recipients after SARS-CoV-2 vaccination.
And then our recent other awardee, Justin Kochansky, project title, Younger Age at Initiation of Treprostinil predicts better response in pediatric patients with Group 1 pulmonary arterial hypertension.
Great. And then Laura Thompson-Martin, putting principles into practice, pediatric trainees' experiences in discussing and practicing high-value care.
Next, Arishna Patel, Who Interviews Residency Applicants, a national study of pediatric programs practices.
Right. Faye Mendoza, post-traumatic growth in pediatric residents after discussing clinical events at a single academic center, a qualitative study.
And last but most certainly not least, Christina Konechny, exploratory study for the development of an innovative neonatal health inequities curriculum.
Great, so please stand and please a round of applause for the extraordinary.
Oh, look at He's like, what?
Congratulations to you all. Oh my gosh, but luckily Carrie's keeping us on task here.
I don't know the project title.
Carrie, do you have the project?
Excellent. We were also recognizing Dr. Clarice Wen back there, who studied the benefits and challenges of the Combined Pediatrics Anesthesiology Program. Now, at this time, I would like to take a few moments to honor our chief residents. For those of you who don't know, our chief residents play an essential role in our pediatrics residency program, and our program could not function without them. They are truly incredible. So our chief residents this year have been Jen Sedler, Liz Wynn, Ryan Leone, and Sarah Afzal. Wave a little hello there. The four of you have been outstanding chief residents. Thank you for all that you have done. You have thoughtfully and compassionately supported our residents through this year, through the highs and lows, through personal and family medical needs, and you've shown such incredible leadership and advocacy throughout this year. Among many great improvements, you have led the effort to revive our conferences, which had been on life support, literally ECMO, for those of you who are familiar with that, for the prior several years. Our residents will get to hear more about the work that our chief residents did next week at Grand Rounds, but briefly, they have been change agents in making conferences case-based and bringing in board review questions. They brought back coffee. They mapped the didactic sessions to our board content with speakers, and they measured and gathered metrics to make sure that they were making a difference. They presented their findings at PAS and APPD, two of our biggest national meetings, and they even led a podcast on their work. Chiefs, you grew in your leadership skills through the business course that you took and through many experiences that you had this year, helping improve our rotations, clarifying our policies, and advocating behind the scenes for residents' needs. You have spent countless hours, possibly even sleeping overnight in the chief's office, working on schedules, rearranging schedules, and thinking creatively about how to optimize resident schedules and support our program. You have led residency council meetings, interprofessional collaborative council meetings, and many teaching sessions. You have precepted our residents in clinic and on the wards, and you model outstanding evidence-based care. You've listened to residents, supported them, and advocated for them. You supported faculty, fellows, nurses, and advanced practice providers. Your improvements this year are countless. You taught our residents, you taught me, and you have contributed greatly. Now to Sarah. You are a compassionate and thoughtful clinician and teacher. You have brought yourself and your passions to work, and your heart for patients and residents is evident. You served on the GME Chief Residence Council, partnered with the STAR team as they worked through APP coverage, and helped reinitiate our residency journal club. The Stanford Allergy Immunology Fellowship Program is very lucky to have you. We wish you and Matt and Nora all the best. Now to Ryan. You have brought energy and enthusiasm to your many roles. You have led through the Grand Rounds Committee and oversaw the Rudine DiCarlo Lectureship and the resident debate. You are leading the Interprofessional Collaborative Council, working to bring a nurse buddy system to our incoming intern class and expanding our residency procedure day. You served as Chief of the Chiefs in your role as Vice Chair of the Chief Residence Executive Council through the Association of Pediatric Program Directors. And I have never met someone as excited to bring a thespian approach to reading the ACGME milestones at our Clinical Competency Committee meetings. We are going to miss you deeply here at Stanford, but St. Jude is very blessed to have you as a Peds Hemonc Fellow, Ryan. Now to Liz, you are a mastermind of organizational leadership, overseeing residency council and integrating program improvement goals with resident-initiated topics and facilitating engaging discussions. You brought clinical reasoning into your teaching and helped residents compare and contrast clinical features and diagnoses. You are an astute physician who helps those around you make accurate diagnoses. You took a rigorous approach to data collection and analysis for your chief project and have partnered with a statistician for advanced data analysis. You have done an incredible amount of scheduling optimization and taught me about the role of octopi plushies in residency education. I personally am very grateful that you will be staying here at Stanford for the Pediatric Hospital Medicine Fellow and wish you and Alex all the best. Now to Jen. We have gotten to work together for a number of years on med ed projects in addition to in your capacity as a chief. You strive for excellence in all you do. You stretch your learners to create strong assessments, and you provide compassionate and evidence-based care for your patients. You have tackled challenges and sought to grow in your personal leadership. You pioneered our academic half-days and fireside chats and have become a scheduling guru. You are an innovator and self-directed learner and have expanded your skill set in REDCap, Excel, Google Sheets, and lamination. Yes, Jen said she loves laminating. She also loves penguins. You explored trackers for conference logging, brought CME for faculty, and entertained us all with Taylor Swift music. We will miss you greatly here at Stanford, but are so excited for the adventures that lie ahead at the University of Colorado, where Jen will be a hospitalist. as you can see, the chief residents play a very special place in my heart, as well as in the program. So at this time, I would love to invite our chief residents up so that they can ceremoniously hand off the chief resident role to our incoming chief residents, who are Aditi Reddy, Faye Mendoza, Klaishi Basi, and Aiden Zahidovish.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here among such an incredible group of people. We gather here today to celebrate the end of a remarkable year, and we're filled with deep gratitude and immense pride. We're Sarah Afzal, Ryan Leong, Liz Wynn, and Jen Sedler, and we are proud to have been the chief residents for the 2022-2023 academic year. It's almost time for us to say farewell to this chapter as we, alongside today's incredible graduates, prepare to embark on new adventures. But before we do, we wanted to take a moment to express our heartfelt appreciation to all those who've made this journey truly unforgettable. First and foremost, we would like to express our deepest thanks to our incredible program director, Carrie Rosbach. Carrie, you have been a beacon of guidance and inspiration to us all. Your wisdom, leadership, and unwavering commitment to the education and well-being of our residents have been nothing short of exceptional. Your vision for our program has transformed it into a thriving community where learning flourishes and compassionate care is paramount. We'll be forever grateful for your mentorship and support. Thank you, Carrie.
And to our APDs, Caroline Beckway, Caroline Corey, Lahia Yamane, Sarah Hilgenberg, and Kevin Kuo, your dedication to our residents' growth and development has been truly remarkable. You have selflessly invested countless hours in mentoring, teaching, and shaping us into the physicians we are today. Your unwavering support, guidance, and encouragement have been instrumental in all of our success. We extend our heartfelt thanks to all of you for being the pillars of strength and wisdom throughout this journey, and you will always be our APDs for life. We also wanted to extend a special mention to Dr. Becky Blankenberg, whose unwavering commitment to medical education has left an indelible mark on our hearts and our minds. Your passion for teaching, your innovative ideas, and your constant pursuit of excellence have inspired us all. Thank you for pushing us beyond our limits, for challenging us to be better, and for igniting the flames of curiosity within us.
Okay, and we'd like to now give a general thanks to all of our faculty members at LPCH, Gardner, and Santa Clara Valley Medical Center, who guided us through our first year as part of our role. I've been the opportunity to be attending this year in these clinical settings. You were patient with us, and we were so appreciative how you led us in this new clinical role and also gave us that chance to spread our wings and lead. And we'll be better doctors because of this opportunity. And then related to our faculty, wanted to give that special acknowledgement to Dr. Mary Leonard, our chair. We are so appreciative of your leadership and the support you've shown our residency program. Next, we'd like to thank the incredible Michelle Brooks, Carrie Johnson, Kat Jackman, and Carrie McGoy, who are the backbone of our programs. We truly cannot speak highly enough about your dedication, attention to detail, tireless efforts, ensuring just the smooth functioning of the day-to-day of our residency program. And your expertise has been absolutely invaluable to us. But beyond what they've done for the residency, I mean, truly, we cannot put into the words just the personal support that they've shown all four of us. And catching things and carrying us when we really needed it, and just candidly keeping us sane in many circumstances. So thank you for that.
And finally, to our residents who we're here for tonight, our extraordinary colleagues and friends, Your unwavering trust, support, and dedication have been the driving force behind every success that we've had as chiefs this year. You have embraced the challenges of residency. You have worked tirelessly for the well-being of all of your patients, and you have created an environment of camaraderie amongst all of the peers in your program. Your compassion, resilience, and unwavering commitment to excellence have made us better leaders, mentors, and physicians. So thank you so much for challenging us and teaching us. It has been such an honor to serve alongside each and every one of you, and we are eternally grateful for the lessons that you have taught us. We are going to carry the friendships, the experiences, and the shared memories with us forever, and we're so grateful to each and every single one of you for making this journey absolutely extraordinary.
Okay, so now as we close out our time as chief residents, we are so humbled and excited to welcome the new leaders who will carry this torch forward. Please welcome our incoming chief residents for the 2023-2024 academic year, Kleshi Baisi, Aiden Zahedivash. Kleshi Baisi. Aiden Zahedivash. Aditi Reddy. And Faye Mendoza, please join us up front. On up. You guys are about to embark on this incredible journey of growth, resilience, and transformation, and we know you guys are so ready for this role. So we just encourage you to do what we know you will do, which is embrace this opportunity with an open heart and open minds. And just always in those hard nights when you're in the office doing scheduling algorithms or whatever at odd hours, just remember the incredible privilege it is to be in this position and serve these incredible residents and the impact that it has on our patients and their families. So may the coming year bring even more remarkable achievements, lifelong friendships, and endless possibilities. So congratulations to the new chiefs, and may your leadership be marked by compassion, resilience, and a proud commitment to the art of healing. Thank you, guys. No one else wants a photo? Just
Okay, we have a few people to thank too. Do we have time, Kara? Oh, perfect. The four of us are currently learning from Sarah, Liz, Ryan, and Jen about how to be chief residents, and we are currently learning that we have big shoes to fill. I mean, nobody told us that being a chief resident would be so much work. As you heard, the four of them were dealt quite a hand with a program battered by the pandemic, but their incredible attention to detail and unwavering commitment to excellence has elevated our conferences, our care teams, and our program culture beyond what we could have imagined. So, Chiefs, if you would join us back on the stage, we have some gifts. The entire residency program has bought you guys nice dinners in your future places of practice, and we'd love to give you guys some chocolate and flowers too. Please join me in thanking the Chiefs.
All right. I wanted to take some time to now thank our program coordinators. As pediatricians, we know that it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to raise pediatric residents. Michelle Brooks, Carrie McGoy, Carrie Johnson, and Kat Jackman. Please take some time to give a round of applause. These four amazing individuals are our village. It takes a tremendous amount of coordination to make our program run smoothly, and they know our program and each one of us, inside and out. Despite seeing scores of residents year after year, they somehow manage to make each resident feel known and seen. Their behind-the-scenes work keeps our lives going when we are knee-deep in patient care and respiratory season. They have been with us since the beginning, and they are here now. Michelle, Carrie M., Carrie J., and Kat, on behalf of our residency program, thank you for being there since day zero and for being there with us today and for the future. We wanted to give you some flowers as well.
Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Dr. Carrie Rasbach, our program director, a physician educator, a mother leader, is a multi-hyphenate visionary in her truest form. While Dr. Rasbach wears many hats, she never stops thinking about every one of us. She's absolutely dedicated to our program and devoted to our personal and professional growth. Carrie, we want to be like you when we grow up. There is no one else whom we trust more than you to bat for us. You lead us with kindness, optimism, and compassion, and we could not have asked for a better role model than you as our program director. Thank you for your influence and your impact. Thank you for seeing us through the highs, the lows, and in-betweens. We would not be here today without your leadership, and we are so deeply grateful to you. Thank you.
Each residency class has an advising program director, and ours is Dr. Caroline Buckway. Dr. Buckway has been a beacon of light, illuminating the way through even the darkest parts of residency. It takes a special type of person to see physicians through as they're starting out their training during the most unprecedented times we know. We longed for direction, we craved normalcy, and every fall and spring, Caroline was there, shining a light. With patience and grace and humor, we talked with her about where we've been and where we want to go. As graduates, we have the honor of being Dr. Buckway's last advising class. These last 3 years, we have been so fortunate to have you in our corner, Caroline, listening to us, encouraging us, and keeping our heads above the water. Thank you for everything that you did as we navigated the seas of residency. Caroline, on behalf of our class, thank you for your guiding light. We are so immensely grateful to you.
Okay, I can't believe I did this, but I missed a very important award, and we can't miss this award. So I would like to invite Laura Thompson-Martin to come up and present our Rotation of the Year award.
All right, tonight I have the honor of presenting the Rotation of the Year award. In choosing this award, residents are asked to select the rotation that has impacted your training the most overall. As an intern in my second month of intern year, this was the first rotation where I truly felt like a doctor. It's also the first place where we as residents all learn how to lead a team. We have fun on this rotation, and we also have some of the most challenging moments of our training during this rotation. It's hard to predict what any day will hold on this rotation, but you can always count on the fact that the cafeteria food will be bad and that you'll have a strong team to lift you up and probably also order dinner with you. In the end, our growth as residents is more than the sum of the patients we care for or the shifts that we work. Our growth comes from working with strong teams where we support and teach one another and create safe environments to try new things and to fail. We look to our leaders to create this environment of learning and inquiry, and none embody this spirit more than our attendings at this site. I'm pleased to present the award for Rotation of the Year to Santa Clara Valley Wards.
Okay, we are finally ready to begin recognizing this incredible class of 2023. We have 34 graduates that we are recognizing tonight, who include our graduates of our categorical, physician scientist, and pediatrics anesthesiology programs who have completed the duration of their training. We also have a resident in our pediatrics genetics program who has completed the pediatrics portion of his training. And we also have our child neurology residents who finished their pediatrics training a year ago, but have chosen to walk with the class that they started with. So the class of 2023 has written some reflections for one another. So their class associate program directors, Caroline Buckway, Lahia Yamane, and I will be reading their words with just some slight abbreviations for some very lengthy ones, and then we will have them come and take a picture with their certificates. So please come up on this side and exit on this side.
Okay, to start things off then, our first one is someone who carries herself with confidence and grace. She has an infectious smile and the warmest personality. Her looks always slay. A resident who is passionate about making the world a more just place for kids. A friend who will always be up for a night out, a selfie, a conversation to see how you're doing. Susie J. has been the glue that holds our residency class together. On behalf of all of her classmates, it's been such a pleasure working alongside her for the past 3 years. Dr. Susanna Jane will be an assistant professor of pediatrics at UCSF, practicing general peds at Mount Zion and in the newborn nursery. Congratulations, Susanna.
This next graduate may or may not be here tonight, but we will recognize her. This is a graduate who is known to be a fierce advocate, not only for her patients, but also for her co-residents. She has significantly improved our resident meal choices, hosted wellness events, and even worked to restructure neurology scheduling for next year. Outside of work, you can catch her at the park with her sweet dog Melly, on a run, or at an exercise class nearby. Dr. Krissa Sharonis is continuing as a child neurology resident at Stanford and is interested in stroke neurology as a next step after residency. Congratulations, Krissa.
It has been an absolute joy to have Brittany Cam as a co-resident and friend for the last 3 years. She's a proud Hawaiian, and we've all relied on her expertise in food and beaches to plan our vacations. Brittany is a dog mom to a beautiful Sheltie Ridge and a key member of the Pulled Hammies soccer team. She can simultaneously admit multiple complex patients while catching you up on The Bachelor at 3 a.m. on night float. Can place a perfect IO at the end of a long call shift. Stanford is lucky to be keeping Brittany Cam as a pediatric hospitalist, and we are lucky to have her as a co-resident. Congratulations, Brittany.
One could not have asked for a better co-resident and friend than this one. He's a wonderful dog dad to Ravi, a key cog in the peds soccer teams, and if you're not careful, you'll get a taste for his past life dabbling as a stand-up comedian. He's also a wonderful doctor, and even if the breadth of his interests means that he'll end up doing 9 different fellowships, we're so lucky to learn alongside this resident. Congratulations on the second most day of the month for you. Congratulations on your wedding with Lulu in a short couple of weeks. Dr. Andy Silverman will continue as a child neurology resident at Stanford. Congratulations, Andy.
You are awesome. One of our colleagues referred to you as a kind-hearted, soul-nourishing, child-healing, good-doing, expectation-exceeding superstar. Whenever I work with you, I know that I have someone that I can depend on, whether it's for advice, an understanding ear, or for help with patient care. Outside of the hospital, we can always depend on you for bringing the energy to get the party started. You have a big heart and take wonderful care of your patients in Shiloh. We're so lucky that you'll be taking care of our kiddos as a Stanford Pediatric Cardiology Fellow next year. Congratulations, Dr. Justin Kuchansky.
J.
Ode to Leslie. Nope. Nay. Alec Nicole Johnson cross-starred with Jeff Yu, a.k.a. Ron Swanson. Giftly jointed to us from the great Midwest, Alec matched to Stanford, #blessed. And so Alec fearlessly packed her things and her Jeff and soared high to the coast, her destiny manifest. At last she arrived, her optimism aglow, infecting our hearts and our hands with Janeway spots and Osler nodes. Like Wernicke to Babinski, Alec spans head to toe, but unlike those old men of neurology's past, Alec defies the status quo. Congratulations to Alec Johnson, who continues as a child neurology resident at Stanford.
We are so lucky that Christina left the chaos of the ED and joined us in pediatrics. Although she sometimes has the worst luck and arguably the darkest cloud, she tackles every situation with the perfect amount of sarcasm and determination, always making it through like she didn't just have 20-plus admits on a night shift. Her patients love her, even going so far as to skirt the boundaries of isolation precautions by hugging her during peak pandemic to express their gratitude for her care. Henry and baby Ollie are so lucky to have such a wonderful human and dog mom, respectively, and PAMF is lucky to be gaining an incredibly smart and compassionate pediatrician. Congratulations, Dr. Christina Konechny.
Where does one even start when trying to put into words the powerhouse of a human that this resident is? Efficiency? Check. Competency? Check. Bedside manner? Check. And you'd better hope you're on service with him as an intern because you know he's going to help you finish all of your work for you. In addition to being an excellent clinician and in a past life a very impressive scientist, Grant is deeply empathetic and passionate about the field of pediatric palliative and neuropalliative care, which is much needed and oftentimes overlooked. Outside of clinical medicine, Dr. Lin has graced us with his grilling talent and with the presence of his wife, Joy, a ray of sunshine and sourdough baker extraordinaire, and his pup, Mia. For those of us who are staying on at Stanford next year, we are so lucky to get to spend more time with Dr. Grant Lin, who continues as a child neurology resident. Congratulations, Grant.
She is sunshine in human form. The last 3 years have brought her incredible loss and incredible gain. She has weathered the highs and lows with unmatched strength. This future chief has been uplifting others and leading with compassion since day one. Introspective, honest, and fun, the program will soar with her at the helm. And baby Mateo could not be luckier to have a mom like her. Congratulations to Faye Mendoza, who will be a chief resident at Stanford next year.
This next resident is known for her fierce commitment to her patients, her advocacy, as well as her kindness and laser dedication at work. They are admired and appreciated by patients and colleagues alike. Her strength and smile that she brings to work every day have been unwavering since also becoming a new mother. Natalia is lucky to have such devoted parents in Eva and Alfonso. It is no wonder that she shares their good nature. With her compassion and determination, Dr. Eva Molina will undoubtedly continue to make a positive impact on the lives of many children and families as a primary care pediatrician at PAMP. Congratulations, Eva.
This person is someone who makes everything look easy. Inside the hospital, she is calm and collected. She is the type of person you want on your team when things hit the fan, and not just for her white cloud. Outside of the hospital, she's thoughtful, generous, and can always find ways to make you smile and feel loved. She's a phenomenal mother to Rain and will be an incredible pediatrician. PAMP is lucky to have her. Congratulations to Dr. Zara Quader-Iqbal.
Among us walks a legend, so great and powerful is she that she's conquered the very laws of thermodynamics. For entropy quakes and bends to her will when she gets a hold of the ingredients needed to execute her craft, making some of the most delicious and artistic baked goods you've ever experienced. Yet somehow, surpassing her skill as a baker is her skill as a pediatrician and her kindness as a friend. She does not shy away from any task in service of a child or a co-resident. Sharing a workroom or being in sign-out with her guarantees you a healthy dose of empathetic support, a patient listener, and, if you're lucky, an occasionally sassy remark we all live for from her. This living legend goes by many names: the Paragon Pediatrician, the Ballin Baker. She's the one and only Dr. Kat Nguyen, and she'll be joining PAMP. She'll be joining PAMP as a primary care pediatrician.
When you see him in the senior sign-out room in the early morning, you just know it's going to be a good day. He's probably the best DJ our program has ever had and lives life out loud. Who among us hasn't heard about his post-call adventures or obsession with boba? But on a serious note, what we love best about him is that he'll do anything for his patients, particularly for children who are often overlooked by the rest of the healthcare system. I remember during the worst of the COVID pandemic, he sat for hours playing board games in full PPE with a little boy with a new spinal mass diagnosis who also had COVID and had recently immigrated alone from Mexico with no family to stay with him in the hospital. He is one of a kind and a compassionate pediatrician, a lovely human being, and we are beyond honored to be his friends and colleagues. Congratulations to Dr. Jorge Ortiz Colon, who will be practicing as a general pediatrician after graduation. And we will give him his certificate a little bit later since he's not here tonight, right?
Hailing from the Bay Area, this girl is the epitome of a cool Californian, a style icon with a closet full of stunning lenghas to prove it. This resident graces our hospital and our lives with her infectious smile and contagious laughter. She is a beloved senior and co-resident. She's one of the most dedicated physicians I know, always going the extra mile for her team and her patients. She is focused, caring, and thoughtful, and her patients and their families are so lucky to have her. I can always leave a team knowing they are in the best of hands with this doctor. She's loved by her friends for her amazing hugs and delicious baked goods, along with the perfect amount of sass that revvies us all up at the depths of a 12-day stretch. She will always give you her utmost attention and support you to no end. Stanford is lucky to keep her here as a neonatology hospitalist. We love you, Dr. Arishna Patel. Congratulations.
Her name rolls off the tongue. She is athletic and loves to run. She can devour a pizza at Alpine Inn. She's mommy to Barley Eugene. Neonatology is what she enjoys. She can kick it with the boys, though to sunny San Diego she will go to learn more about babies as a NICU fellow. Her co-resis will remember her brains and wit. She knows what it means to never, ever quit. Not only was she born here, but she's left her mark here, because truly everyone knows the legend that is Laura Rose. Dr. Laura Rose will be a neonatology fellow at UCSD.
I couldn't help but smile when I was asked to write about this resident because she is simply one of the best. She brings sunshine into every room she walks into, even as we bonded during the stressful nights early in intern year. She is smart, kind, funny, and warm, everything you want in a friend, colleague, and doctor. I feel so lucky to know her. For all of these reasons and more, I cannot think of a better person to be one of the rising chief residents for this coming year as a leader and role model for our future pediatricians. Congratulations, Dr. Aditi Reddy.
She is an incredible person who brings so much joy and positivity to our residency program. Her optimistic attitude and hardworking nature are truly inspiring, and she's always willing to go above and beyond to help others. Her kindness and generosity are unmatched, and her genuine friendship is cherished by all. Outside of the hospital, she enjoys life to the fullest with her partner Ed, participating in various outdoor activities, hand knitting blankets for the residency babies, and always ready to have a good time. We are fortunate to have Meg as our co-resident and a friend, as she truly is a ray of sunshine in our lives. Congratulations to Dr. Meg Schmidt, who will be a primary care pediatrician at Penn.
One of my earliest memories of residency was being in awe of how calm, cool, and collected this resident was while we were signing out on a busy Gen Ped service. She is thoughtful to the nth degree about both her patients and those around her. Her kindness can only be matched by her sense of wit and humor. From high-value care to hiking, she can do it all. Her patients at Kaiser Walnut Creek and Antioch will be lucky to have such an amazing pediatric hospice. Congratulations to Dr. Laura Thompson-Martin.
She is an overall extraordinary human, friend, and resident who embodies the perfect blend of kindness, confidence, and humor. Her smile and genuine compassion instantly create a sense of ease for her coworkers, patients, and families. She approaches each interaction with a sense of quiet confidence, instilling trust and reassurance to those under her care. Aside from being very smart, she possesses a natural talent for making people laugh. Her witty remarks and playful sense of humor create an atmosphere of joy and positivity, turning every workday into a memorable and enjoyable experience. Congratulations to Dr. Kelsey Waters-Rentschler, who will be a general pediatrician at PAMP next year. Peninsula Pediatrics, sorry.
Some may call this resident the jack of all trades. From his relentless optimism to his boundless curiosity to his affinity for efficiency and optimization, this resident is a spectacular physician, selfless colleague, and trusted friend. You can always spot him with his Rolls Royce of Timbuktu backpacks even before everyone else got them for free. We've gotten used to him stopping mid-sentence to excitedly point to the sky and identify the flying object's exact model and destination. He is also always enthused to show off pictures of his expansive pin collection fastened to his high-grade cork. Our program is so very lucky to have him for another year as one of our rising chief residents, and we wish him all the best of luck with his future endeavors. Congratulations, Dr. Aiden Zahedevash.
Oh, girl, let me tell you about Dora, whose passion for serving the underserved knows no bounds as she tirelessly advocates for children in marginalized communities, ensuring they receive the best health care possible. But it's not just her passion that makes her special, it's also her thoughtfulness and patience that shine through as she provides compassionate care that extends beyond the medical realm. However, beyond her professional expertise, I would be amiss not to highlight Dora's amazing talents for baking, gracefully getting down on the dance floor, and her wicked sense of humor. Her colleagues and patients alike adore her for her ability to bring smiles to their faces. Dr. Alvarez, the pediatrician with a heart of compassion, a kitchen full of delectable treats, a mind full of kindness, a spirit full of humor, and the feet to dance her way through life, is set to make a lasting impact in the lives of children and their families, and the Los Angeles community is lucky to have her next year as a primary care pediatrician at Children's Hospital of LA. Congratulations to Dr. Dora Alvarez.
Known for some of the most entertaining sign-outs and, of course, her amazing laugh, this resident is thoughtful and resolute in her work and is hilarious and fun-loving. From HEMONC nights to long Gen Peds stretches, no matter the chaos, this resident kept her kids safe and supported. An accomplished community advocate and all-around stellar pediatrician, her no-nonsense, can-do attitude will serve her well as a rising chief resident. Clayshi, the residency program is so lucky to have you as a leader, and we can't wait to hear about all your achievements in the next stage. Congratulations, Dr. Clayshi Basie, who is a chief resident.
This resident is sunshine personified. She's been a fierce advocate for the residents through her involvement with the union and committee of interns and residents. She's an incredible physician and friend and has taught several of her co-residents how to play pool during our annual class retreats. You can find her wearing the most fun earrings around the hospital and giving the best hugs. We cannot wait to see all the incredible things she does and all the beautifully detailed and well-crafted notes she writes as our newest Stanford Pediatrics Infectious Disease Fellow. We are so lucky to keep her for 3 more years. Congratulations, Dr. Eva Archer.
It has been such a pleasure working with and getting to know this resident over the past 3 years. She is an amazing pediatrician and friend. Ever since intern year, she has been great at advocating for her patients and being efficient. She is fun to work with and is extremely knowledgeable. She is the fiercest of us all in making schedule trades. If there's a will, there's a way, even if it means texting every single one of her co-residents individually at all hours of the day. Most importantly, she is an amazing friend. She is always down for a good hike, try a new restaurant, or host a backyard barbecue, no matter how sleep-deprived she might be. We may have been served raw chicken once, but she has more than made up for it. We are oh so sad that she is leaving California, but we know she will do amazing things as a hospitalist at Texas Children's in Austin. Congratulations, Dr. Julia Braddock.
This phenomenal pediatrician is known for her cool, calm demeanor and her secret streak of wit and sass that brightens any workroom. She handles any situation with apparent ease and never seems to complain. We've all been wowed by her many hidden talents, from making the coolest Halloween costumes to gardening and woodworking to busting a move on the dance floor. We'll miss her greatly next year, and we wish her and her husband the best of luck in their cross-country move to Massachusetts, where she'll be working as a primary care pediatrician at the University of Massachusetts. Congratulations, Dr. Elena Butler.
Known for her compassionate heart, easygoing nature, and sense of humor, throughout her time in residency, she has been greatly admired by her co-residents, other healthcare members, and her patients. This resident's compassionate spirit extends beyond her professional life, as she is a loving cat mom to Scoops and Pickles. When not in her scrubs, you can also find her at the rock climbing gym, in the kitchen baking, she's a true culinary artist, or lying by the pool planning her upcoming travel adventures. She's all around the best, and thank you, Riley, and the rest of TWO's family for sharing her with us for these past 3 years. To the Stanford Medicine Children's Health Pediatrics of Mountain View Clinic was smart to snatch you up, and the children there will be so lucky to have you as their pediatrician. Congratulations.
Some say that to have friends, you first have to be a friend. This next resident certainly knows how to be an amazing friend. He is our confidant, a constant source of humor, and for many of us, our personal trainer as well. One might find him in the residency lounge on his day off, or in a team room checking on everyone after a tiring night shift. He goes above and beyond in everything that he does, whether it's breaking his back playing spike ball or finding literally any excuse to Venmo you boba money at work. His big heart is always on display. Residency would not have been the same without him, and we're very lucky he's sticking around next year as a hospitalist in our PICU. Congratulations, Dr. Braden Dolan.
Pediatrics anesthesiology residency for 5 years is much too long, but Clarice Wynn persevered and stayed strong. She's a hard worker, full of patience and grit. Despite the hours, difficulty, and opportunity cost of a dual residency, she did not quit. Small airways, IVs, and art lines, of these she is a master. No one else I know can intubate a neonate faster. I'm happy and lucky to call Clarice a friend and a colleague. Hopefully soon, her training will end. As a future peds anesthesiologist, I'm sure she will be one of the best. When it comes to managing laryngospasm and bronchospasm, she does not jest. Clarice Wen will be a pediatric anesthesiology fellow at Stanford next year. Congratulations, Clarice.
Okay, we're on the last page. It takes a special person to weather 5 years of residency, and he is, in fact, very special. His self-deprecating humor doesn't hide the fact that he's truly an excellent clinician and team player and has the curiosity and positivity to make a mediocre day better for everyone around him. While I wonder how he gets any sleep in between learning 2 specialties, doing global health, taking care of 2 kids and two dogs, rock climbing, mountain biking, and making his own kombucha, I know he somehow manages to always do it with some laughs. From being my day 1 blue team buddy to day 1825, co-conspirator and BFF, thanks for making this crazy journey one to remember. Sean Miller will be a cardiac anesthesiology fellow at Stanford next year. Congratulations, Dr. Sean Miller.
Took me long enough.
This resident is a brilliant scientist, a thoughtful clinician, and an absolute gem of a human. His immense talents extend beyond science and medicine, as he is also a musical virtuoso. Even on the darkest of night shifts or longest of days, he is able to hit all the right notes, groan, to bring a sense of calm and comfort to his co-residents, our patients, and their families. We are lucky to have Dr. Stephen Trisno and his big contagious smile staying on with us at Stanford next year as a PEDS GI Fellow. Congratulations.
It may be a given that she's extremely hardworking. Through the busyness of residency, she's been persistent in pushing forward her research project from behind the scenes. But despite all her responsibilities, she maintains a calming presence to those around her. She's kind-hearted, but not without some unexpected witty comments that are sure to spice up your day. Additionally, if you're ever stuck with her for whatever reason, she's so easy to talk to that the hours will fly right by. Her inflamed patients are very lucky to have her as their rheumatologist. And for those of us staying, we're so excited to spend another 3 years together. Dr. Amrita Yelamili will be a pediatric rheumatology fellow at Stanford next year. Congratulations, Amrita.
This friend is the epitome of a Renaissance man. He wakes up at 4 a.m. to do crossword puzzles and drink coffee. He can talk about anything with anyone, which makes for some deep or silly conversations, sometimes both. He is also such a talented soccer player that the Packard soccer team was named in his honor the Pulled Hammies. In all seriousness, though, we know him to be the most thoughtful, kind, and wise friend, physician, and scientist. Simply put, he is the best. We are so lucky that he is staying at Stanford as a PEDS GI Fellow, and we cannot wait to see all the incredible things he will do. Congratulations, Dr. Eduardo Quintiac.
right. This incredible doctor started out trying to be anything but. When working at IKEA and being a professional skateboarder didn't work out, medicine was the obvious next choice. After 3 years at Stanford, it's clear that this career path was meant to be, and we're so lucky to have him. Fortunately for us, we get to keep him for another year. I'm honored to know this compassionate, confident, wonderful doctor and father, Dr. Juan Pablo Ramos, has become the doctor he has become, and we're grateful to have him here for another year as a combined Peds Medical Genetics resident.
Last, but definitely not least, this resident is on par with the most interesting man in the world. He is brilliant, accomplished, interesting, well-traveled, and an extraordinary cook. Even on the busiest of stretches in the hospital, this man will take the time to bake the most delicious chocolate chip cookies for his team. It's infuriating. Where does he get the energy and time for this? Above all, this resident is kind, humble, and the kind of person you can rely on. He will make an extraordinary pediatric cardiology fellow at Stanford next year. Congratulations, Dr. Chris Arakawa. Let's give our graduating class of 2023 one more round of applause. You all are really, truly incredible. We're so grateful for you. At this time, we are going to transition to a short video that our interns had the opportunity to create to show gratitude to our graduating residents. Special thanks to Dr. Lizzie Dong and Kelly Alluri for putting together this tribute video. We may need a moment to get it started.
Alec, Andrew, and Grant, this is a message from your PGY1 Neuro team.
Congratulations on finishing third year. We're so excited for you.
Looking forward to consulting you next year.
Congrats!
This is a message for Arishna. Arishna was such a great first senior in residency. I couldn't have asked for a more brilliant and calm person to have on Bob. Thank you for all of your support, Arishna. I am going to miss seeing you in clinic and in the hospital. I'm so glad we also bonded outside of that setting. And I'm very happy for all of your future patients that you're going to be taking care of. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Schmidt, on this amazing accomplishment. Thank you for being beyond supportive and always willing to answer all my questions and truly modeling the senior that I can only wish to be. And a lot of times I felt like you saw the doctor make us sometimes I couldn't see.
To Eva Archer, there's no one I would have rather spent a hospital Thanksgiving with and then on Red discovering all of the different Stanford cafeteria dining options with. You're awesome. We're so lucky we get to keep you as an ID fellow next year, and we really can't wait to bug you with all of our questions.
Hi Justin, congrats on graduating.
Congrats, Justin. Thank you so much. You're the person who brought me in when I was homeless.
Thanks for echoing all the kids that need or don't need to be echoed.
For drawing all the hearts on the board, and for playing crosswords in the middle of the night when nights eventually slows down.
We love you.
We love you.
Congratulations, Amrita. I'm so excited for you and I'm so happy I get to consult you next year. I'll never forget our times at Valley, all of the laughs and good food, and also you just being there for me in a really hard time. So I'm so thankful we got to spend some time together this year. We'll miss you.
I aspire to be as consistently positive as you were on Blue in the month of December, which still amazes me. And I also love that you refer to all of your colleagues as either dude or friend, which I might adopt. I'm just so grateful that I got to work with you.
Hey Chris, congratulations. I just want to say thank you for being a great senior on Blue. That was my first inpatient rotation, and me and Jordan was struggling, okay? You're the best senior in Morgan. We talking about you right now, okay? I'm just so happy that I got to meet you, and I'm happy to be able to call you a friend, and I'm just so happy and excited for this next chapter in your life, and you're going to be an amazing cardiologist, okay? So, shout outs to you. Bye!
Hi Brittany, I was so lucky to have you as my senior on nights. You created such a fun, positive team environment while managing so many admissions and complex kids on the floor. You're a truly incredible doctor, and we're so lucky to have you at Stanford next year.
Susanna, I am so fortunate that I got to work with you for so many rotations this year. I felt very supported by you during my intern year, and I'm just so thankful. There were so many times when I was about to start a task, and only to realize that you had already done it, whether that was updating a handoff or writing a discharge note. So thank you for all of that. But even beyond work things, I was just so happy to get to know you as a friend, and I enjoyed all of our food outings to the adult cafeteria, the time you brought us pancakes at Valley, all of our fancy Fridays, those little things that make work so much more fun. So I just want to congratulate you. I'm really proud of you. I know you're going to be an amazing primary care doctor, and your patients are very lucky to have you.
Congrats, Kalishi, on completing residency. I admire your dedication and your spirit. You remember that time that we danced to Bad Bunny during rounds? I think you should keep that Bad Bunny dancing joy as you go through life and face new challenges. I think you're going to make an excellent physician. Congratulations!
Clarice, thanks for being our biggest advocate and for always checking in and making sure that we're okay, doing well in life as well.
And thank you, Clarice, for being one of the biggest reasons why I joined the program, for checking in all the time, like Kelly said, and always being someone to turn to and someone to talk to. Further than that, I'd like to shout out Sean. Sean, you're an inspiration for us. Thank you for carving out this big cardiac path you're doing and for kind of opening up new doors for all of us that are following you.
And Sean, thanks for being such a fun senior to work with, and I aspire to be as calm and collected as you are.
Ursa and I wanted to give a big paws up to Dr. VP Reddy. Shout out to an incredibly kind, thoughtful, devoted, generous, and all-around awesome physician and friend to us all. You make every working day or night a better, brighter place full of laughs and learning. Your co-residents are beyond lucky to learn from your clinical and leadership example. And we, Ursa and I, and all the rest of us, could not be more excited to support and celebrate you as one of the rising chiefs. Yay, thank you.
Hey Dora, huge congratulations on finishing residency.
Whitney and I just wanted to say how grateful we are that you are our Blue Team Senior. You are an incredible doctor, teacher, and a wonderful person. We're so excited for you.
Hi Jorge! Coming at you live from the 360 workroom where you were my very first senior ever on my first day of intern year on Blue. I was so terrified, but I'm so grateful to you for being so patient and kind. I learned so much from you, and then I was lucky enough to work with you again on PICU, and we really went through it, and I'm not sure if I would have survived without your support, so thank you. You are literally the kind of doctor I want to be when I grow up. Your patients love you, you are so smart, and you bring the best vibes to every workroom. I'll miss you so much next year. Bye!
Hi Zara, congratulations. We're so excited for you in graduating and finishing residency. You have been an incredible senior. You're so fun to work with. You're an incredible teacher. All the laughs made the days bearable. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see where this next chapter is going to take you. Come back and visit. I know it won't be far, so come back and hang out. Bye.
Hey Elena, congratulations so much on finishing residency. It's so awesome to be on nights with you. You're always cool, calm, collected, and overall awesome. Plus you have the best Freddie Mercury costume. Best of luck when you move to Springfield, Mass. I know that you're going to crush it.
Hey buddy, sorry you gave me I signed up for you first. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for everything. Thank you for exhibiting what it is to be an amazing senior to me and the rest of our intern class, an amazing doctor to all your patients, and a great friend when I needed that the most too. I know wherever you go, wherever you end up in your career, they're lucky to have you in that place is going to be better off for it. So congratulations on finishing residency.
So Juan Pablo Ramos. Wow, we slogged through some epically long rounds. I think the first day we finished maybe around 2:30. And I remember coming back to the workroom and we looked at each other in a daze, like what the heck just happened? But having said that, it would have been way more unbearable if I didn't have your cheery attitude and sense of humor and just overall support, so I really appreciate that. Also, you win the award for having the best jams in the workroom. I had such a fun time working with you, wish you all the best, and we'll miss you next year. Congratulations.
Christina, congratulations on completing residency. I will never forget your leadership on nights. Those evenings went by so smoothly and effortlessly. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your baby, and congratulations on graduating.
Hey Eduardo, congrats on finishing residency. Me and Adrian had a great time with you on nights. It was really fun to laugh and play Redactyl and think through patients with you. Can't wait to consult you next year.
Hi seniors, can't believe you're graduating. Oh man, we're gonna miss you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support, and you guys are such amazing people and can't wait to see all that you're gonna do. I also wanted to say a few words about Julia Braddock, and she was my first senior on nights, on RGS. I'll never forget that. So appreciate you showing me the ropes, and so fun to get Ethiopian food when we had nights at Valley. So best of luck in Texas. We're gonna miss you, but know you're gonna do great things.
Hi Stephen. I know we have our frenemy moments, but I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you for making it this far. Congratulations. I cannot wait to consult you when you're GI fellow next year here.
Congratulations, Laura. You did it. You are such an incredible doctor and oh so very patient, and I could not have made it through PICU without you. And of course, your reminders to always have a bougie lunch. We are going to miss you and all of the seniors so much next year. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Eva Molina, on graduating. It's been such a big year for you for so many reasons. I'm really grateful to have been a part of it and that you were my first ever senior to help gently guide me into the start of my intern year. I'm being totally honest when I say to this day I still laugh out loud at some of our inside jokes that we shared together, and I'm so thankful for you.
Congratulations, Laura, on graduating. So excited for you. We're so glad that we had you as our yellow senior. We had such a good time with you, bumping Shania Twain in the workroom and all of our shenanigans together on Thanksgiving.
Hi Laura, warm congratulations again. It was so great to have you as my senior on Yellow when we were basically drowning. You were so inspirational. I wish you so much luck in San Diego. Bye.
Thank you, seniors! Senior class, we're so grateful for everything that you guys have done for us this year. Truly no other class that we'd rather have your seniors as baby interns. In particular, just wanted to say so grateful for your friendship and mentorship over this year, especially on Green Inpatient. You were so chill, cool as a cucumber in dicey situations, and you make a killer cake.
And I wanted to say a special thank you to Kat. Ever since our first night on Blue Yellow Night Float, when I was a baby intern, you've always been there through me for my first rapids and also my most recent ones on Silver. So thank you so much.
Faye, I just wanted to say thank you for all your support and guidance over the year. It's been really fun working with you on multiple rotations, and I just want to say thank you for helping me grow my confidence as a physician.
Kelsey, you're such an inspirational doctor. You taught me to care for not only my patients but also my peers, and you were just such a wonderful, wonderful person to learn and grow and work with.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules that I'll hit the ground running. Didn't make sense, not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with thinking in the back street? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't grow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid and all that. Only shooting stars break the mold. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Thank you again to our incredible interns for putting that video together in recognition of our graduates. I'd like to remind everyone that our photo booth is available outside this door, so feel free to take some fun photos, and there will be dancing after we clear off these tables. So thank you all for being here, and a huge congratulations again to our graduates. Good night, everyone.